Something that's really important to teach your kids is that everybody believes their truth. What that means is that when people tell you something from their perspective, that is their truth, even if you don't agree with it. Now, it doesn't mean it's the truth, but it does mean it's their truth. From their perspectives, from their presuppositions, just from their collective experience, they believe what they have experienced is the only possibility of what truth is. Now, in reality, truth is very much like a clock. Like, if you think about the middle of a clock, that would be truth, and all of the different numbers are viewing what the truth is differently because they have a different view on the truth. So say 7 o'clock will tell you that it's never dark out because 7 o'clock only knows light. But 1 o'clock would have a beef with 7 o'clock because 1 o'clock would be like, it's dark and it's light. It's not just always light. From their perspective of the truth, both are correct. And once our kids understand this, they can drop the emotional attachment they have to their truth and they can listen to somebody else's perspective. I had a friend a long time ago who she and I were debating something, and she actually handed me a paper and said, go and look these things up. One of two things will happen. Either one, you'll be better studied in this subject, or two, you'll be corrected if you're wrong. Either way, you win. I could have very easily just told her to go away with all of her facts, but instead I went and I read and come to find out she was actually right. And that was probably one of the most humbling experiences of my life, because nobody likes to admit that they're wrong. But now when I sit with people who think completely differently than me, I sit down with the idea of what can I learn from their perspective. I don't want to just immediately correct them. I don't want just immediately to get them to agree with me. Instead, I want to know how they got there. So this is not only a good skill for our kids to have, but it's also a really good skill for us to have. We have this temperature in the world right now that people are kind of scared of facts, or there's some fear that they may be wrong. And I get it. Nobody likes to be wrong. But the reality is, we're all wrong on something. But we will never know if we're wrong if we're not humble enough to listen to somebody else's opinion. Chew the meat, spit out the bones. And even if we never come to the point that we agree, we can agree on the fact that that is their truth. Even if we don't agree with it. Even if we think it's completely wrong. But once we realize what their truth is, we can decide whether or not we want to be part of their lives.